Chapter 1. Ashwathama, the Cursed Flame. The sky above Amrapura wept not with rain but with silence, a silence older than gods, heavier than prophecy. Night had passed like a wounded animal, limping into the cold, unforgiving dawn. But even the first light of day dared not touch the ruins that lay below. What had once been a thriving village now stood charred and skeletal, bones of wooden homes reaching to the heavens like supplicants pleading to deaf stars. The scent of burnt offerings, scorched flesh, and sandalwood clung to the air as if the land itself refused to forget the violence carved into its skin. Beneath a vast and ancient Vatavraksha, the banyan tree whose gnarled roots twisted through stone and time, crackled a fire. It was not warm, it was not comforting, it was a vigil. 3 figures sat within its glow. 2 of them, children, wrapped in cloths rough as bark, lay on grass woven into mats. Their sleep was not peaceful, it trembled with visions, clenched fists, and sweat-streaked brows. The elder, Arjun, radiated quiet strength. He breathed like a meditating sage, his face composed, carved with the serenity of a storm not yet born. The younger, Bhaskar, was chaos-bound in flesh, twitching, twisting, brow furrowed like thunderclouds wrestling behind closed lids. And watching over them, eternal and unmoving, was Ashwathama, the cursed son of Dronacharya, the ageless wanderer of a war long lost, the betrayer and the betrayed. His eyes glowed with a dull fire, the embers of countless lifetimes burning quietly beneath. His body bore the scars of weapons long forgotten by even the most ancient warriors. His aura was one of sorrow, sorrow so dense it bent the air around him. He sat like a mountain at the end of the world, legs folded, back straight, hands scarred but steady. He stirred the fire not with wood, but with prayer beads once blessed by sages now extinct. He looked at the boys, not as a warrior views his wards, nor as a father sees his sons, but as a dying world sees its last stars. Then, like a scripture too sacred for open air, he spoke. Greater than the wheel groans, time resists, they will come soon, not with mercy, but memory. The old debts must be paid. In divine blood. A wind swept through the branches above, whispering as though the tree itself remembered his sins. The Shakura owl, ever silent and ever watching, blinked from a crooked branch. Its eyes glinted with ancient knowing. Bhaskar stirred, his body arched as though lightning passed through him. He gasped, then sat up. Ashwathama, he whispered, she came again. Ashwathama leaned forward. What did the flame say this time? Bhaskar stared into the fire, his eyes flickering. She said, you must protect the echo, even from the gods. Then the fire in her palm became a shadow, and I saw something with 10 heads laughing. Ashwathama froze. Ravana, he whispered, the old enemies awaken. Arjun stirred then, as if his soul was tuned to divine tremors. He sat upright, expression calm but gaze sharp. Is it time, Guru? He asked. Ashwathama nodded. Yes. The banyan has hidden you long enough. The next chapter of your becoming begins today, and its pages will be written in pain. He stood slowly, like a relic returning to war. Around him, birds did not sing, even the wind waited. He unwrapped a bundle, 2 wooden staves, carved with celestial yantras, pulsing faintly. He handed one to each boy. These are not weapons, he said, they are mirrors. What you put into them, they will remember. Then he added, we must now journey to the others, those cursed with immortality like me, the forgotten guardians. Koranjivas? Arjun asked. Yes, Ashwathama said. Parashurama, the wrathful sage, awaits in the mountains of the west. Kripacharya, cold and cunning, guards secrets buried in desert sand. And Markandeya, who has seen the end of ends, waits in the forest where time sleeps. Bhaskar asked the question he had asked every year since he first learned to speak, and our brother, Chandrake? Ashwathama's eyes narrowed. The fire cracked as though the name itself offended the flames. Not lost, he said, stolen, raised in shadows not of nature but of manipulation, and when he returns, even I may not be able to stop what he brings. Bhaskar looked at Arjun. Arjun met his gaze. There was no fear, only a tightening resolve. Ashwadhama wrapped his old shawl over his shoulders, fastened a satchel of ancient scrolls, and tied a vial of black lotus sap at his hip. Then he turned to the east. Greater than let the gods prepare their armies. Let the demons sharpen their blades. Let time itself tremble. Greater than for the sons of prophecy have awakened, and the first guardian walks beside them. The sun pierced the edge of the sky. The fire hissed and died. The journey had begun. The echoes of eternity were no longer whispers. They had become the voice of fate. End of Chapter 1. Next, Chapter 2, Bhaskar, Fire in His Veins.